Hello, this is Steve, Dichroic Glassman. Starting to gain some interest, some momentum on these dichroic earrings that I've been making. And I want to get into it a little bit closer to show you why you might be interested. These are made with dichroic Boro silicate. Yeah, I know. This is the stuff that people are using for lamp working. However, not in this case. In this case, this Boro, dichroic Boro, was created for the lighting industry. Nothing to do with lamp working. Same Boro, just a different dichroic surface put on there that determines everything. Dichroic for lighting, dichroic for lamp working. Two different dichroic treatments put on the same Boro glass. Yeah, I know, that's a little confusing. But anyway, hopefully that sorts things out. So, let's talk about this. What I did is I made these little blanks, little triangle blanks, fused them in my kiln, well, I actually fire polished them. And when I fire polished them, created this really fun crinkle texture. So a couple things that we achieved by doing that. First of all, you can't scratch off the dichro because it's now adhered to the glass. They're married together by heat. So they created the perfect marriage, and it's really cool and it's very attractive. Also, the edges are now polished because, as you can see, they're shiny. Just as smooth as this side, the smooth side, and now you're not going to get cut. And because Boro is a coefficient of 33, same as Pyrex, wow, you could drop these suckers and they're not even going to break. Safety glass. Now I know that's only 8-10 inches. You really want to do that with your glass? You could drop these on the floor and they're not going to break, which makes them very interesting for your ears. These don't weigh much, folks. A lot of people have inquired and asked me, how much do they weigh? Not very much at all. In fact, on a future video, I'm going to weigh a couple quarters on one side and see what a quarter weighs. 2 quarters, 3 quarters. And we'll get an idea. This might weigh 3 quarters. It's kind of a funny way of seeing it. At least that way you can go home and weigh 3 quarters and see if they're the same, or see what that feels like. I don't know, so don't be going grabbing 3 quarters. I don't know what this weighs yet. Just talking out loud. I'm very excited about the possibilities that this can lead to, the direction. I have a friend going to the NA conference in the next couple days. By the way, I want to take pause to salute the people that find themselves in this program. No matter what program that you're involved in where it brings a self-awareness, I salute you. And I am in gratitude for you to see yourself getting the healing, getting the help, whatever that possibility might look like. So let's address that first and foremost. So this is all about these earrings right here for the NA conference. And here's 3 different designs. What in the heck is he talking about? These are stickers. These stickers are so incredible. Here's one. They're so incredible. I had no idea of how far vinyl stickers had come. I had no idea. Boy, was I shocked when I found out that these guys are amazingly strong. The sticking. In fact, if you have a clean surface, and of course, if you peel them off here, they peel off real easy. They're die cuts. They just peel right back. I don't want to lift one because I don't want to ruin the stickiness once the air gets to it, humidity and such. You can have these stickers made. I can have them made. These are 1 1/8" diameter, and I can have these made for somewhere around 25 cents. You get a whole sheet of them, a square foot, for X amount of dollars. No matter what size, it's sold by the square foot from the company that I deal with. If you get some ideas for a design, let's talk. Email me. Let's give you a couple ideas so we can move along quickly. I thought I would just try a few things that some people can resonate with. Of course, this is the flower of life, and it's popular all over the place. One of the most important symbols of our time, and it was introduced in this world way back, 6,000 plus years ago by the Sumerians, and of course in Egypt. Very mystical, It's the granddaddy of all sacred geometry. Of course, here I go. I went off path. So these 3 sets of earrings are going to take off within the next day to go to a conference, and she's going to sell from them. Let's talk about how I put them together. I drilled a hole. Rio Grande sells these really small drill bits, Rio Grande, and they work really well with water, of course. You cannot use these drill bits or you're going to break your glass or chatter or chip. So something to think about. I like the movement, and they make noise. Now I'm overemphasizing, but they make a really pleasing little chink chink kind of noise. This application that I'm really excited about, you get to use your Anraku earring veils. And what I did is I glued my circle to the triangle. It's a solid piece with my finding on there. That gives it a much more appeal, or much more professional appeal than, say, this. However, both have their merits. So these 3 designs are going to go to the convention. So I invite you to think about this. Would you like to do this so you can support your group and wear that awareness for others and share this thing that you are a part of, that you feel that you belong to? And if so, contact me. But I'd like to make that aware to you by showing you another thing that perhaps you could get involved with, make. Maybe you want to get into the... I made a stained glass panel in the past for a couple who lost their child. He was killed ahead of its time, obviously, if the parents were there for the funeral. There's a group, and I believe the symbol is the butterfly. And I think it's Butterflies Are Forever. What an ideal possibility of applying the butterfly sticker to a set of earrings, and that would be your awareness vehicle. Whatever you see yourself involved in, contact me. I will sell you the glass. I won't cut them up into circles and triangles for you, but I will sell you the glass, unless we create an arrangement, in other words. But by and large, I'm just here to sell the glass, and the concept and the idea of bringing it to you. These stickers are reasonable. Are you kidding me? 25 cents or thereabouts, depending on the size and what have you. Based on this size, we're talking 25 cents for these. You can literally sell the stickers off, even independently of these, sell the stickers where people can bring this awareness, put it on your mirror, your dashboard, your guitar case, your laptop, whatever. They're so strong that you actually need a razor blade to get them off. They're that strong. Well, come on, you can peel them back with your fingernails. But I'm telling you, they really are strong. And what I did, I took a typical can of crystal clear Krylon, made by Krylon, and I sprayed a little bit over the top of these. That protects it even more, so that moisture is not going to creep under those edges, or what have you. So that's just a further. And a can of this, I can't tell you how much it was. I'm thinking it was around $4. It's probably going to be able to top coat hundreds of these. So every step of this program is very affordable. I am selling the glass on Etsy under Dichroic Glassman. I have very few items in there. Trust me, it will grow as I start bringing in my cabochons, cabinet, Dichroic cabinet knobs, door pulls. I do Dichroic bevels and jewels. More cabochons for sale, earrings. Here's a couple other designs. So, a lot more to come, video-wise, and bringing some ideas to you, to the forefront, that might be manageable, might be affordable to you, might be a fundraiser to you, might be bringing awareness to your movement. Whatever the cause may be, let's see if we can't put our minds together and create a solution or an avenue of further enrichment, enlightenment, or prosperity, whatever it is, to bring that sensitivity to your cause. Thanks for watching, as always. Thank you for your warm comments and compliments as well. Blessings to you. Bye-bye.